News Talk for the Virgin Islands. AM 970 WSTX.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. If it's nice, why not do it twice? All right. Luther Vandross. If it's nice, why not do it twice? Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to WSTX AM 970, your community-minded station. All right, yeah. And we're going to do it once. Okay? If we get the opportunity to do it twice, fantastic. It's just like life, right? Hey, we know about this life that we have. We hear about life in another context, but we don't know about that. All we know is what we're told, right? All right, good thing. Doug Canton here this morning with you on Reflections. Okay. So, looking forward to a great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent day with you. And that's how it works most of the time with you. Okay? So, how was your week? I hope it was great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent. No reason for it to be otherwise, I hope. And many of us out here have that special someone that we no longer have in our direct life because they have passed on, and we grieve, and and we also should be rejoicing to the full extent of having known that person and had the opportunity to commune with them to the extent that we did. All right, good thing. So don't take anything for granted, folks. Make sure you do your random acts of kindness. Don't take anything for granted, because hey, it's like that. You might think you got tomorrow. You might think you have tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that you do. Okay, so the best thing to do is live life as you have it today. All right, in a responsible way, hopefully touching some lives along the way and making somebody's life a little bit brighter in the process. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about a community calendar in a minute, but before I get to that, I received a book, and I had a chance to look through that book, and it's full of poetry, and it has some corresponding Bible verses. Great for thought. And as I looked through this, I said to myself, this book would make a nice, different Christmas gift for someone. Okay? And so I had an opportunity to sit down with the author and interview the author and discuss the book. Hey, your boy even did some reading, poetry reading. Hey, okay. No, I'm not giving up my day job. Just letting you know that we did, and it was great. So I'm gonna share that with you probably next Thursday. That interview, and I would highly recommend that you take a look at the book and see if it's that special thing you might want to give to that special someone this Christmas, along with all the other special things that you might want to give that special someone. Okay, so life goes on. Life goes on for those of us that have life, and we have to pay attention to what's going on around us in many different ways. One of which is you see people walking around looking happy-go-lucky, but hey, you just never know what might be going on in that person's mind, what stresses they may be under. Same thing when you're driving down the road and you see somebody do something and you want to bust a couple familiar bad word or whatever. Okay, just stop yourself there for a second and just say, you just don't know what that person was experiencing this morning that caused them to act in what otherwise would be, according to you, maybe an erratic and irresponsible way. Yeah, but it's so strange in this day and age when we have things like road rage and stuff like that, and come to find out what it was all about. You gotta take pause sometimes and think about these things. You really do, because very often when you look back at it wasn't really that important. Now, if you're in a hurry this morning trying to get someplace where you're already late because it's like 12 minutes after the hour 8, you're already late. Just slow it down. You're going to get there. All right? If you don't reach, meaning you have an accident, then your situation gets even more critical now. So, let's say you have an accident, just a little fender bender, whatever, nobody got hurt, but still, that means police, and you're definitely, if you're late now, you're going to be later. So slow it down. When you're driving through the towns or any rural area, keep your eyes open for pedestrians. Keep your eyes open for pedestrians, okay? Especially when it starts getting dark and some of them don't exercise proper judgment and wearing clothes that really does not complement them being seen. Be careful, okay? Vehicular homicide, whether it's unintentional or it's still somebody that lost their life. Of course, they could be just injured, but in either case, you want to avoid that. So just be careful. The other day, I was here in Gallows Bay, and I was trying to assist in a street crossing. Yes, and my good friend was trying to go across the street, and I signaled a lady to slow down. And she threw up her hand. I'm like, what are you making me wait for, and so forth and so on. And she mashed on her gas and run. Like, Lordy be. Now, here it is. We're talking about crossing the road. Somebody that can't see. Now, if she had hit that person Imagine now, if they were remorseful, all of their remorse would not bring, undo the fact of what they did. So, anyhow, I'm going to keep my eye open for that car and that person, because I think that somehow or the other, they need to be a little bit more informed and a little bit more patient, and you just never know. Everybody that you don't know is somebody friend, okay, and that friend is somebody that you do know. So you never know how you can get the message through. It's not about attacking or chastising anyone as much as it is about just giving them food for thought. Maybe they can slow it down just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, in paying attention to people and making note of things, we've had in the last, in the past month, in a 2-week span in the past month, we've had 3 suicides. Okay. That's telling you that somebody had something on their mind that was so powerful, so overwhelming, regardless of whether you think it makes sense or don't make sense. It was in their mind and in their life. And you just never know, the person that you stop and talk to, the person that you give some encouragement to, you just never know how it may impact that person's life. So I just want you to think about that when you hear me talk about this random act of kindness. It's not talk for the sake of talk. It's talk for the sake of community and the people that we care about. Because you just never know. You just never know what's on whose mind and how much of an issue it is for them. Okay? All right. So I have a couple of obligations to keep this morning. One of which I think I may be somehow in arrears and taken care of. All right. But it's getting close to Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And I heard the governor give administrative leave to non-essential persons for the 26th. So it's going to be a good long weekend with time to reflect on a lot of things and the meaning of Thanksgiving to you. Not what you've been taught in school, not what you read in those miseducating books that trying to tell you that it was this nice little friendly sit down with people who loved and took care of each other back when, because we understand the history and we know a lot more than those books would want to portray, because those type of books are trying to manipulate and indoctrinate. But in the true sense of Thanksgiving, yes, the true sense of Thanksgiving, giving thanks, because we all have something to be thankful for, starting with life, family, friends. Well, some folks, coming full circle, some folks may be so distracted from what they have to be thankful for, about what this life offers them, that they may get to that point of considering ending their life. So you just never know what folks are going through. You haven't talked to somebody in a long time. Hey, reach out. You just never know how it might make the difference. Okay? Just reach out. That's what you do. All right? So as we take it day by day, sometimes hour by hour, and as the Doobie Brothers will say, minute by minute, I keep holding on. Please don't let go. Don't let go. And help somebody to renew their grip in the process. Okay? And if they don't have one, help them to get a grip. All right. So, looking at the music side of things, Thanksgiving is here, and one of the things that Thanksgiving tells you, no, I am not talking about Black Friday. Yeah, that's what it tells some people, is Black Friday time and looking for some bargains, right? But now one of the things that it tells you all the time is that, hey, you need to get some supplies together and take it to your favorite mama and let she make the Johnny cake, because Christmas coming. All the time it coming, but it coming closer and closer now. Alright, so you make sure your favorite Johnny cake person got their supplies ready, and you give them the hint and everything else, so that you know you're gonna have a good and regular supply. Because I gonna tell you, sometimes I have these little get-togethers, and I have this lady, Miss Tongue, and come by, and Miss Tongue will pull out that pot and her oil and everything else, and I fire up that little stove I got outside, and next thing you know, the Johnny cake then going nice and light and fluffy. Yes. So, you know, since I hosted and everything, I running around doing this and doing that, doing it. So when I spin around now and I come for some Johnny cake, all gone. And I gonna call some names. I got this friend with the last name Ferris, and this other friend with the last name Sam, and I got to watch them. Otherwise, I won't get no Johnny cake. All right, fellas. Yes, I call your name. Let the guilty confess accordingly. But anyhow, it's good to get together with folks and commune and catch up. Okay, do it more often if you can. If you can, do it more often. All right. I don't have to be a cultural celebration or anything. All I gotta do is be a people celebration. Celebrate the people that are important to you and those you can't stand, because when they gone, you're gonna miss them too. Anyhow, I gonna make sure for one thing that this song gonna stay along and everybody bring. I gonna continue to bun it and bun it and bun it. None other than our culture. Yes, Image Band will live forever. All right, this song will too. Yeah. So we gotta do what we gotta do, and here we go.
Watch now. Image. We back again. We got another little quiz bit for you. Aye. You thought it was good the first time? Man, we had so much fun, we could do it again. Hello my people, how you doing today? It's been a long time coming, what I have to say. Look at our culture, things are not the same. Let's not sit down and do nothing while it go down the drain. Please help me. Let's support the masqueraders, the musicians and mass makers, all the way. Hey, look around, the hearts are dying. We must prevent this from happening. Start today. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture. Together, worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever. I just feel so shame. All these European dishes I just can't explain. What happened to fungi, dumpling and Johnny cake, yam dashing and sweet potato, cassava and plantain? Help me. Callaloo fried fish to kuna. Wash it down with some brown soda or some lemonade. Sorrel, sour, sap, passion fruit, salted boiled fish and red bean soup, Crucian guava berry. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture. Together, your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever. Of our local heroes, recognize their contributions to their heritage. D. Hamilton Jackson, Elmo Plaskett, Doc James, Ralph D. Chabert, Henry Rosen, Alexander Moorhead. Continue. David Canigata Sr., Harris Clark and Joe Christopher, Al McBain. Valmy Thomas, Emil Griffith, B.G. Gerard, Edward Hendricks, Gracie Julian Jackson. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture. Together, worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever and ever. Don't forget our great mass makers, Psycho and Anita Christian, Magnus Holiday, Helen Joseph Floyd Anderson, Susie Ibadi Peterson, Sylvia Florence Bailey, Mr. Thomas One Man, Sticky Top, Rudy Shelterbrand, Ohalo Williams, Blinky, James D, Joe Paris, Edward Simmons, Lloyd Braffett, Archie Thomas, King Derby, Wesley Thomas, Milo, Stanley, the great Chanel, Fiona Watson, Miss Harris, Willie White, Beryl Francis, Ethel McIntosh, and many more, too numerous to mention. Brownie, we thank you. Good thing.
Yes, always time. It's always the right time for a good thing. So please, do your good thing and make sure you do the one for somebody else too. Share the love, share the sweetness, share the I don't know, share the good thing. Some people don't like to share, right? All right, so let's take a look at the community calendar. If you didn't notice, I'm home alone today. My good friend Jerry is not missing in action. I guess he got some other action he had to take care of today. So all is well, I hope. That's the important thing as we traverse all the challenges that we can have to face here in this life. All right, good thing. So let's take a look at what's going on our community calendar here, okay? Because got lots of things going on, and we need to make sure we get the word out so that folks will be there and be able to take advantage of these things. All right. So, okay. We've got. By the way, this past weekend was the Veterans Day holiday on the Monday, and the march was canceled due to inclement weather. And I want to say that in my short time on this earth, it's not the first time that has happened. It's the time of the year, and when you see lightning and thunder and all of those kind of things, you gotta be on the safe side. In one case, you've got people flying from St. Thomas to St. Croix and vice versa for the various ceremonies and everything else. So it's better to be safe. But I hope that otherwise your Veterans Day was pleasant and you had the opportunity to reflect on those members of your family and also friends who are veterans. Okay, definitely we've got to make sure that we remember our veteran family and friends. Okay, so talking about today what day is today, folks? You know what day today is? Some folks would say Thursday, and I'm going to say that you're not totally correct, and you're going to watch me with puzzlement, but it's Thursday. Okay, you gotta look at the cell phone, the face of the cell phone, and pull out the physical calendar or whatever. Doug, today's Thursday, and I said, well, maybe part of it is Thursday. Maybe you're missing a part. And I said, what part are you missing? The numbers or whatever? I said, no, you're missing the art part. It's Art Thursday, yes, and they have the art walk going on every third Thursday in the Art Thursday season. You can visit various studios, galleries, plenty of jewelry out there. You know, sometimes folks bring in a little band here, a little combo there, and then some take it the next step, and they have wine and cheese and wine tasting and everything else. And once again, I'm going to warn, admonish, or otherwise be responsible in telling you, please, 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 when they have wine and cheese, okay, eat your cheese responsibly. Got these folks out there want to eat too much cheese, and then they want to go out and visit some mahogany tree that said, I didn't call you. Okay, eat your cheese responsibly. Enjoy our Thursday. All right, coming up here on the 21st. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it, but please be safe. Eat your cheese responsibly. All right. Now, Crucian Cultural Group, you know who they are? They're the folks who light up the park, the Olympic Park down in Christiansted every Christmas, looking so nice and everything else. Yeah, Crucian Cultural Group, and they have quite a bit of things going on here. All right, now I got a whole calendar just for them. So brace yourself here, all right, because it's the season. Anyhow, this 16th, that's this Saturday, all right, they got a joyful celebration for the world to see going on. Yeah. All right, they got a cultural window and reveal display over there by Teddy's Party Rentals. For those of you who may not know where that is, when you going out of town past the McDonald's at Goldenrod, the very next building, yes, you'll see all the decorations and the lighting and everything right inside there. It's something to go in and peek in and see, man. It looked nice. All right. And on the December 7th, they are inviting you here now, okay, to journey to Christiansted and to follow the lights to Tongue. All right. So speaking of lights, I don't know if the folks from the Gentlemen of Jones have gotten around to it yet, and I said that it's not like it's their job. It's not their job, it's their love, putting up those lights and lighting up Christiansted and Frederiksted, so you have that pleasant view when you drive into Christiansted and Frederiksted. Okay, so I hope that they're gearing up for that. Okay, guava berries for afterwards, guys. Okay, all right. I ain't want nobody getting hot saying we putting up late. Okay. So anyhow, because we have in the tradition in the mobile and pedestrian lantern parade. So you know, the cars are all decorated with lights and everything else, and they drive wherever they drive, but they end up coming through in Christiansted. Now, if you want to be a part of that, what I would tell you is that you need to give them a call so you can register. I got a number here, 340-643-9888, and I'm going to give you a chance to get your pen and pencil and say it again. So if you want to participate in the Mobile and Pedestrian Lantern Parade, you need to contact the folks at the Crucian Cultural Group, 340-643-9888. 988. All right. Okay. Now, the Glow in the Park is coming up a week later on the 13th. Okay, jump from the 7th to the 13th. Not quite a week, but we're there. The 13th. Yes. The annual Olympic Park tree lighting. Now, if you ain't have your spot ready to light up, you're running late. But you could try a thing to see if they have a spot, a little corner, a little patch that you could put something in. But they always need volunteers and help in what they're doing. So, I'm going to give you another number for that. We're talking about the Olympic Park tree lighting now. Move on from the lantern parade. Still lights, but in the park. And that's 340-626-6477. And I'm going to say it again for all of them there who hadn't and ain't listen when I tell them the first time. I'm going to give them a phone number, right? 340-626-6477. All right? Then coming up on the 15th, they're going to have the another one here, the traditional and historic glow in the town, okay? And that is the lighting of the old ruins on Contentment Road. Yep. Remember just last year? Yes. It got so quick, right? Right there as you're coming in to meet that first light on the bypass, or the last light if you're coming from the east. It looks so pretty, right? To see how the place light up and the ribbons are up and the other decorations that make it look so pretty. Well, yes. All right. That is scheduled for the 15th. Now, if you want to volunteer and help out or whatever the case may be, information about it, maybe you want to be a sponsor in some way, shape or form, hey, I got another phone number for you. Okay? And we're talking about the lighting of the old ruins right there at the bypass. 340-643-5356. I'm going to say it again. For those of you who are champing on a piece of Johnny cake, and you know how it is, you hear them kind of ain't walking because you're so caught up in what the taste buds telling you about the Johnny cake. Anyhow, I'm going to tell you again. Okay? 340-643-5356, and that's about the lighting of the old ruins, folks. All right. Okay? Now, to run it all out for this list of events for the Crucian Cultural Group, on Sunday, December 15th, okay, they're gonna have the downtown cultural window and reveal, okay, window reveal and display, okay, and that's gonna be by Purple Papaya in Queen Cross Street, in Christiansted here. And of course, I got you in training now. You know, I got a number. You there with me yet? Yes, I have a number. You heard this one before, okay? You heard this one before when we're talking about the Lantern Parade, okay? All right. It's 340-643-9888. So, Lantern Parade or the Downtown Cultural Window Reveal and Display, either which way, 340-643-9888. Yes. And I just want to go through that calendar of things for the Crucian Cultural Group, the upcoming, you know. That group was formed, and I have to say that in terms of our culture and entertainment and community, the formation of that organization and is such a blessing for us in terms of what they have brought to our community table. All right, good thing. So, this is Reflections with Doug Canton. If if you ain't get it yet, Reflections is not about looking in the mirror to see yourself. It's about looking in the community mirror. If you like what you see, support it. If you don't like what you see, jump in and make something better happen, right? Good thing, good thing. And the folks at Crucian Cultural Group, hey, they've been jumping in and making things happen. So check them out. They're going to be out there doing their thing. Yeah. All right. I noted here that Ricardo Richards Festival Committee is having a children fun troupe, keeping with the tradition and culture. And they're letting you know that registration is open. They got a nice little pretty poster, and it's got a QR code. But if you don't happen to see the poster, there's a young lady by the name of Xiomara Garcia. And you can contact her via email. Xiomara, no, it's not. It don't start with a Z, folks. It starts with an X. Xiomara.Garcia at VIDE, yes, VI, Department of Education, .VI. All right, Xiomara.Garcia at VIDE.VI. All right, good thing. Ooh, good music. Good music, and a chance to also pick up some nice little jewelry. I think about Bagoon and his ad, yes, talking about the Crucian bracelet, and that was all he had on, standing up in front of the mirror admiring. I know why he was admiring, but I gon' think that is the Crucian bracelet, standing up there with no clothes on in front of the mirror. That might be too much information for you guys, but the world of advertising is something else. Okay, double entendre. Where your mind gone? Okay, where your mind gone? Okay, I did not take you there. It's where your mind gone. Okay, good thing. I see. Oh Lordy be, it's something else, right? It's something else, and sure enough, all right. Sure enough, somebody might go someplace and text me. Okay, good thing. Sure enough, I had a feeling it was that. But anyhow, folks, Saturday, November 23rd, okay, Crucian Gold hosting the Serenade on Strand Street with the 10 sleepless nights, folks. Come on down. Good music, maybe even some dancing in the street sidewalk, however you want to do it, as long as you ain't got no car and you ain't blocking traffic. It's a great opportunity to enjoy the music, the people that you see in passing, the people you haven't seen for a while. Maybe some people you don't see too much of, and you're like, oh my goodness, I should have known better than to come here today. But enjoy it, because when they're gone, you're going to miss them. Okay? All right. Good thing. Oh, yeah. So, in the spirit of the waterfront in Frederiksted, the sunset in Frederiksted, and those of us who think back on an event we call Sunset Jazz. Well, now we have Third Fridays. Third Fridays, yeah, the third Friday in the month. In this case, it's the 15th of November. Rhythms at Sunset, folks, presented by Our Tongue Frederiksted. They're going to have featured performers there. Food, bar, vendors. They're going to have music for sure, poetry, and more. I tell you. Right down there in the Frederiksted waterfront, Vernon Richards Veterans Memorial Park. Check it out. We got great musicians here on St. Croix, and they're doing it for you on the 15th. Yes. Don't miss it, folks. Rhythms at Sunset in Frederiksted, presented by Our Tongue Frederiksted. Check it out. I mean, even if it's just for a line, get down there early and watch the sun go down. It's going to be good. Gonna be good. All right. Good thing. Yeah. Now, I saw that they had a group of children that were on the okay. It was getting here with Abdul Ali, okay, and hey, they're rovers. Yes, rovers. Rovers. Okay. Now you asking me which rovers I talking about? I talking about the Lady Rovers. And then you gonna ask me, well, who they be? That's a soccer team. Okay? A formidable set of young ladies playing soccer. And they inviting you to their fall festival. They gonna got pressure there. Okay? Pompa, Bugsy Bugs, Giassi, Poyo, and the Trini Rhythm section, among others. Of course, you know, they're going to have DJ Carl and Zion Root songs, making sure that in between the performances that you're going to be well entertained. Yep, they're going to have vendors, games, various contests and so forth. Where you ask me, Doug, you're talking about this thing and you ain't tell me where. Okay. Be nice. Okay. At the Bethlehem Soccer Field, folks. Bethlehem Soccer Field. Right there past Aradias. You know, the same road you had to take as a detour when they had the temporary bridge building there for a whole year. Yes, okay. That's why you were passing on the right-hand side was the FIFA Soccer Field. All right? That's the 16th, folks. November 16th. From 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Bethlehem Soccer Field. The Lady Rovers are having a fantastic event there. Now, you got to pay to go in, okay? And I say that $10 for adults, $5 for children. This is a girls' soccer team trying to raise funds to support their activities, to kick butt here in the Virgin Islands, and when they become the champions, to jump on that plane and go off to the U.S. or wherever else and kick some more butt. No, kick the ball, not butt. Kick the ball, stick to the ball. Okay, Doug? Don't want anybody get the wrong idea here. Stick to the ball. Okay? But you get the point. Get out there and support our youth in these positive things that they're doing. All right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Venture on out and spend your money, the donation, you know, vendors, food, refreshments, whatever the case may be, because it's for a great cause. Support the Lady Rovers. Now, of course, if you have any other lady soccer team out there that think they bad and they want to show off their thing here, well, WSTX doors is wide open. Whether it is Abdul Ali, Doug Canton, you name it, whatever, there's somebody here who will be happy to host your team. Okay? Speaking of which, you know, you drive down the road sometimes and you see these folks doing water sale. Folks, if you have a water sale scheduled and you want to make the best of it, make sure you check out WSTX community calendar that we do right here on Reflections. Check it out, folks, because I could almost guarantee you, if the community know that you have a water sale, they're going to make sure they drive with some money just so they can make a donation. They may not even take the water, but they'll make sure they got some money just so they can make a donation. Think about it. If you could double and triple the amount of money you make in a water sale because you're selling so much water, but you're making money like you sell 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as much water. Hey, just makes sense. Get the word in and we will help get the word out. Okay? So get the word into WSTX and we will help to get the word out. All right. You know, and I say that it just never fails. Somebody I run into talking, so forth and so on, and the tell me about the show and something that they heard or the community calendar, so forth and so on. Folks, people listening, this show is not, I mean, it's a talk show. Doug talk too much sometimes. Yeah, it's a talk show, right? But it ain't about the phone action. It's about informing the community. So make sure if you got something going on, you get it to WSTX so we can get the word out. Okay? Now, last Thursday, I had some folks in here, and I'm going to call them volunteers. Okay? I'm going to call them volunteers. Although I know them more so from where they work and contribute, you know, like you keep hearing about good food and food security here in the Virgin Islands, and when you hear those terms, there's one person that come to mind particularly, you know, one who names some like a particular phase in the weather of the year, summer, okay, and then we had the innocent who shall remain unnamed here from the St. Croix Foundation. But they were here talking about this project coming up here, and I call it a project because to me it is. It's a project, a community project, where the community brings their ears and eyes to the Bethlehem Sugar Factory on Sunday, November 17th, between 2 and 5. Because they're going to have an afternoon with Mario Moorhead. The title being Our Living History. Love it, love it, love it. Living history. Yes, folks, we have a lot of history in the brains of folks here, and wherever we get an opportunity to get it while they're here, we need to get it. To ask that question, that you could do all the research and extrapolate what the answer is. But hey, if they're here, you could ask the question and get the answer and know it came straight from their lips to your ears. Okay? Good thing, good thing, good thing. An afternoon with Mario Moorhead, and that is Sunday, November 17th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Bethlehem Sugar Factory. All right. Now, Tiffany and Nick had a writing masterclass series that she was doing, and this Saturday, the 16th, is from 10 to 1 is the last of that session. If you've been following it, okay, that's fine. But she had her post out there with a QR code that you could get the information about it. Okay, so lots of things going on, lots of good things going on all the time. So don't forget, folks, the 21st is the Art Thursday. Now, I went to a play the other night at Caribbean Community Theaters, folks. Okay? And the name of the play is Done to Death. It sounds like a crucial name, right? Done to Death? Anyhow. Well, you know, some people will kill some subjects, right? Figuratively speaking. But it's called Done to Death. And for those of you who like the whodunits, I think you'll be well entertained. Whodunit? Yep. And what they'll be thinking about when they come up with these plots for the whodunit, I think you'll enjoy it. Yes, folks, Caribbean Community Theater. Now, they have the Friday and Saturday shows. Okay, the Friday and Saturday shows are 8 p.m. The box office opens at 7, I believe. And on Sunday, they have the matinee at 4. For those of you who don't like driving in the dark, because hey, you're getting close to Christmas and it's getting dark all year now, right? Oh yes, so you want some good entertainment on the stage? check out Caribbean Community Theater and the great entertainment they have there with the plays that they have. Also want to mention that it's that time of year. You know, they're going to have auditions for people who want to participate in the VI Model of the Year competition. And they're going to have auditions from 1 to 4 on November 24th at JG Management down there in Mount Pleasant, or up there in Mount Pleasant, or across the road in Mount Pleasant, but it's right there at JG Management in Mount Pleasant. Yep, where you say that is? Well, I got another good plug to tell you. Located above Jane's Bridal and next to Quickserve gas station and adjacent to the market. All right, so you got a nice big target there from the market to Jane's Bridal. You got it right there across the street from the market. Yeah, okay. So if you or someone you know would be interested in participating in the 12th annual VI Model of the Year competition, auditions are Sunday, November 24th from 1 to 4 p.m. Now, the actual contest is going to be in April. But hey, you got to get it together and get ready from now. And JG Management is there to do it in their sophisticated and stylish way. Good people to definitely check out. All right, good thing. And by the way, just so you know, the grand prize for this competition is going to include a round trip ticket to New York City and more. So, interested in the world of fashion and modeling? You know New York City is one of the meccas, so they're going to get you hooked up. It's a great grand prize, okay? It's a competition like no other, folks. JG Management, doing it in style. You want more information about the audition or other aspects of JG Management? You can call, yes, another phone number here, folks. Get your paper and your pen, or you ready? Okay, you can call 340-244-5544. Okay, that's 244-5544 under the 340 umbrella. All right, good thing, good thing. There's a praise telethon scheduled, folks. Yes, with ways to give here. Okay, you can scan the QR code on their poster, and it's right there on Facebook floating around. Of course, you can attend in person, and we come into that in a second. Okay, and of course, if you can't come, you can always mail them a check in the process. But it's a praise telethon, and they have a fundraising goal here of $100,000. Yes, and impress them and surprise them and take it up to $500,000, right? Okay, but this is at the Peter's Rest Seventh-day Adventist Church, and the churches of the Virgin Islands that do great things in our community, in support of our community. Yes, they need your support for the outreach things that they do also. So the praise telethon is scheduled here, all right, and for November 24th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. So your opportunity to attend in person, contribute remotely, but definitely participate. Okay, good thing, good thing. And you know, as usual, they are reaching out to make sure that you can enjoy this. If you're not there in person, it's going to be also streamed live. Okay, good thing. Yeah. A lot of things going on now, folks. The 29th. If you ain't mark up your calendar with all the things they might tell you already, well, then you're waiting for this one here, because the 29th is Crucian Coconut Festival, folks. They have the art exhibition as well as everything coconut possibly that you could think of. I would believe. It seemed that way whenever I went by. All right, everything coconut and great entertainment. Okay, so definitely mark your calendar at the 29th of this month here. Okay, November 29th at the Bethlehem Sugar Factory site. Crucian Coconut Festival, folks. Yes, all right. I want to also mention that the St. Croix Animal Welfare Center Flea Market is having a Black Friday plant sale on November 29th and 30th. Of course, all proceeds will be donated to the St. Croix Animal Welfare Center. All right, good thing. Winter Wonderland Dinner and Auction Fundraiser for the class of 2025, Central High School class of 2025, doing a fundraiser. Sunday, December 1st. Yes, all right. Okay. So, this is something fancy and nice. So you want to be involved in this? All right. You can call 340-642-0523. You know, they should have been giving out money today for calling out phone numbers. You know, I had a chunk of change at the end of this day. What do you think? 340-642-0523. And we're talking about the Central High School Winter Wonderland Dinner Auction thing that they have coming up here. I'm putting it out there so you can know about it and definitely make your plans accordingly. Now, you can purchase the tickets for attending at the St. Croix Central High School, or you can call that very same number I gave you, 340-642-0523, for more information and possibly to hook up on getting your tickets. All right. Now, where is this all happening, folks? It's happening at the Sydney Lee Theater, powered by Starlight Promotions. Yep, right up there by Island Center area. Yep, good thing. And they're going to have all kinds of little prizes and stuff there, vacation packages, perfume, cologne, jewelry, electronics, one-of-a-kind artwork, and a whole lot more, folks. So plan to attend Winter Wonderland Dinner and Auction at Sydney Lee Theater. Yep, good thing, folks. And this is the December 1st, 5 p.m. Make your plans. I hope you don't mark up your calendar accordingly. Anyhow, it's moving right along here. All kinds of things going on. We've got the Striving Artist Day. Some of you may remember it as Starving Artist Day at St. Croix Landmark Society, where you have a lot of locally made jewelry, art, you know, lots of books, plants, door prizes, and hey, they do a 50-50 raffle. So you come on out, you can be probably the winner of the 50-50 raffle. So that's at the St. Croix Landmark Society there, down there by the Wingate House. Okay. If you want to be a vendor, the number to call is 340-772-0598. That's 340-772-0598. And just to let you know, the office hours down there at the Landmark Society, Wednesdays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you go ahead and save that date, folks. Estate Wind Museum, December 1st. That's a Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, we got a caller on line one here. Good morning, WSTX.
Good morning, Mr. Canton.
Yes, sir. The prodigal son, none other than Gerard Okay, well, I forgive you for not coming in today. You're welcome back, and I can't tell you that we're going to throw a big feast. I do not have a fattened calf to donate, but you will be much welcome when you reach back.
You want me to send the calf in advance?
Hey, why not? Why not? Okay. So how you doing?
Well, I was a little under the weather all year, so that's why I didn't make it up that way. But doing much better.
Okay, good thing, good thing. So your weightlifting exercising paid off. You were able to push it off and get up.
Yeah.
All right, good thing, good thing.
Yes. But I was listening to you on the calendar telling me Carolina and give you some help there.
I always need help. That's why I get you to come in here and walk you. But unfortunately, I get behind on the pay side of things. But
I just want the public to know. I'll remember do a random act. Okay. Now, with that said, you ask about how you week, or how people week or going or whatever. I had an incident yesterday with, of course, my lovely transportation.
Oh my goodness.
Which is Vitran Plus. Now, here's the thing we keep calling for, and I don't know why the governor and the commissioner for public works don't get behind in gear and do something. But anywho, they only have 4 buses running on the road. Because they have one driver out sick, one driver on vacation. So and they only have 7 drivers. One driver comes in at 10 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock now they have 5 drivers. But from 5 a.m. in the morning till that one driver come in, there's only 4 drivers on the road and a ton of people to get where they need to go. I had an appointment for 11 o'clock. Now they ask you to book your appointment 75 minutes. Commission need to step in and do something about the lack of performance from these people that run in the bus system.
Well,
okay?
I agree with you 1,000% because the reality is, right? The reality is, as I see it, as I listen to the dilemma that you face there, when you are supposed to provide service that other people depend on, and you don't depend on that service, if you don't have a sense of commitment and continuing urgency about how well you do your job, well, I forget that this time, whatever. Next time we'll do better, and you get the same thing over and over and over. It sounds to me like we need some sensitivity training. Okay?
They keep getting that. They just had sensitivity training a couple of weeks ago.
So wait now.
They don't need, hold on. They don't need sensitivity training. They need dismissal. They need removal from the position and put somebody there that can do the work or know how to do the work better. Okay? This is what they need. They need to bring back another bus company like what they had back in the past, which was Peter Pan. When it was under Peter Pan, the bus system worked flawless. They had no problems. Okay? It was the public works commissioner at the time that decided to fire Peter Pan and put the bus company back under the government, and there begins the decline of the bus service.
Well,
okay,
they're going to be putting the airport under private operation.
And it can run better.
Okay. Now, I'm just saying that maybe we need to point that out to them, that they need to do the same thing with Vitran and Vitran Plus. Okay?
Yes, it needs to be returned to a private entity like what they did in the past when originally Vitran came to the Virgin Islands back in the 90s.
Yes.
Okay? Because when they began, we had 4 buses on Center Line Road, which was a bus would pass every half hour in your location. When there's a bus in Christiansted Town, there's a bus in Frederiksted Town at the same time, and there's 2 buses at the terminal. When they leave each prospective position, they leave at the same time, they pass each other on the road, and then vice versa. The buses at the terminal, the buses at the towns at each time.
When I travel to Washington D.C., okay, and I don't drive in D.C. anymore, so the bus and the metro is the way you go. You could get a map, you could get a schedule, you know the timing when you stand up there, and sure enough the bus show up at that time, and you go about your business. And
brother,
no, but I hear you. I don't understand. Maybe I need to go and do a video, Virgin Island traveling abroad, and use the public transportation and show people how it works, because folks maybe like it so. You think maybe, Jared, that we just don't care, or we like it so, or we have a bad attitude toward people that need public transportation? What do you think it is?
I think it's a bad. No, I think it's a lack of empathy. I think it's a lack of know-how. Because when I go to New York City, which, I mean, this is comparing apples and oranges now, but all I got to do is open my app, my transit app, and it tells me when the bus is coming. Okay? Tell me what bus I need to take to go to my destination. Me as a blind person. Okay? So now, and it comes on time. And their buses, I ain't want them to run 24 hours here. Because ain't nobody gonna be going, ain't got nobody going nowhere 24 hours a day here. But what I'm saying is, the bus running 24 hours a day.
You know,
okay?
What would be interesting is if this government had a public transportation day where all commissioners are required to use public transportation to get to work. Okay?
Then they're going to get fired because they're going to reach work late.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, sometimes you have to feel it to know it. Somebody can't just inform you. You got to feel it to know it.
But brother man, the bus itself on the road sound like you're ready to break down. They need to hire mechanics to fix these buses properly. You understand? I tell you, the way how they're trying to run this system over here is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's unconscionable the way they want to do these things. Okay? So, you know, is just not. We shouldn't have to deal with stuff like that as people with a disability in the islands.
Not only that. If you've been following, if you've been following the news, okay, if you've been following the news, I'm hearing talk about Garvey funds being used so that we could have ferry between St. Croix and St. Thomas.
Yeah, I heard it, and that's good. That's well and fine.
Right.
Well and fine.
I'm just saying that somehow or the other they'll find a way to do what they want to do.
That's fine and dandy, but they need to find funds to get buses to transport the people properly.
The buses, the drivers, the proper use of technology so people could have buses as a reliable means of transportation.
Exactly. So I don't know, boy. I don't know when they're gonna get it together. I really don't know. But I hope that they do something about it real soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we can't continue to be like this, especially like I just say, the forgotten population, you know, of persons with disabilities by this government.
Well, you know, there's another side to this, you know. There's a taxi world. There's now the attempt to have the Uber world, and all of the things that are going on with that. And the other day, I think I mentioned it to you. I had to go out East End, and I went by way of Laurie Hill down to Great Pond. And as I came to that T intersection where I could turn left to either go back to Tipperary or turn right to continue toward the DV area out there, Grape Tree Bay area out there, a Vitron bus pulled up and they dropped off a passenger.
Yeah, they have a bus that runs back there.
But I'm just saying, you know, I saw it for myself that it happened.
Yeah.
It's what we can be capable of, and we have to do it with reliability. You know, it wouldn't be the first time that I have people come down here from the States, or I met people who are down here from the States who ask me about bus service. I mean, they might be interested in going to Pueblo and doing some shopping to pick up some things to bring back into town to their Airbnb or something like that. They don't want to necessarily rent a car for that, to call a taxi to pay $40 for that.
Right.
You know, these are the low-hanging fruit ways in which we can make their experience that much more enjoyable, as well as the local experience that much more enjoyable, because, you know, the bottom line is we got to take care of them, we got to take care of we. Just like the mask come down in the plane, you got to put yours on first before you will be able to help anybody. Right? So, anyhow,
Do they want to help?
I hear you that coughing. You know, don't fail to follow doctor's orders. You know, and if they make you miss your appointment again, let me know so I could go and harass them special, because I ain't able. We gotta do something about that cough.
I need to go up in the office with that thing that Mr. Nips tell me I have there. I need to wrap it up with some barbed wire.
You late on that one, man. I remember sensitivity training. Sensitivity training. One lick at that and you know they go move unless they're dead. All right. I tell you. Okay. Oh, hold on a second there. I just wanna I wanna to get a couple more things out here, and then I coming back to you because I was talking about the Striving Artist Day on December 1st, but December 3rd is Giving Tuesday for the Children's Museum, and this Giving Tuesday support the Children's Museum of St. Croix, folks, and just throwing that out there as a reminder. All right. We also have the Food and Wine Experience, the St. Croix Food and Wine Experience coming up. Some may recognize it more by the name of Wine in the Warehouse. Okay. And the St. Croix Food and Wine Experience and St. Croix Foundation working hand in hand here. So I want people to save the date. All right, that's December 6th from 6 to 9 p.m. Wine in the Warehouse, folks. Okay, all right. And of course, you know, an integral part of that is Boki International. It's done there at their airport warehouse there. Okay. So, folks, it's a fundraiser. It's to support philanthropy right here in these Virgin Islands. Okay, so make sure you get your ticket. Get on that plane to philanthropy rooted in this place. All right, good thing. All right, so, and two more things, actually three more things. One is that we have the St. Croix Callaloo and Seafood Festival scheduled for December 7th at the Agricultural Fairground here in St. Croix. For more information, you can call, yes folks, this is phone number morning, okay, 340-513-4601. And if I catch you off guard with that, okay, give you a chance to get your pen and paper. That's 340-513-4601. Yes, the St. Croix Callaloo and Seafood Festival. Get a chance to taste the culture, my son. All right. Agricultural Fairground, December 7th. All right. And also happening on the 7th, just I talked about this just a little bit earlier. There's an organization, Caribbean Volunteers, that I've done some work with before. And they are having an event, okay, and this is one of those things, the kind of events you don't want to have, but it's important as a community that we do it, because the International Survivor of Suicide Loss Day event is scheduled for December 7th. All right. And the folks at Caribbean Volunteers are having a get-together function, community function, because, hey, we've got to bring people together so that they can understand some of the things that sometimes are precursors or signs, or families can talk about what they experience, and you could learn something. You could learn something, and maybe in the process save somebody's life. All right, so we'll be talking more about that next Thursday, Creator willing. Okay, and I want to remind you that the 3rd annual golf tournament scheduled for Sunday, December 15th is coming up, folks. It's coming up, and they support the Caribbean Centers for Boys and Girls. So, folks, definitely check it out. And in keeping with everything here, I'm going to give you a number for Ulrich Benjamin Jr. 340-277-8013 with regards to the 3rd annual golf tournament scheduled here, one of the events that we have here that supports our young people through the Caribbean Centers for Boys and Girls. All right, good thing. And like you said that, there's a center in Frederickstead, the center in Christiansted, and of course what they're doing in St. Thomas. Hey, folks, if you want some place to make a donation or a contribution or volunteer your services, just plain help out, check out the Caribbean Centers for Boys and Girls. It's our own. It's our own. Let's support our own and take care of our own. All right? Good thing. All right, Jared, that's it for the community calendar for today. Hopefully someone got a good tidbit of how they're going to have some fun and enjoy their week or weeks to come. All right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So, something we were at the other day, which, by the way, you becoming quite a celebrity now, man.
And how is that?
And how is that? You know how that be.
I did it
doing
man,
my once in a blue moon scrolling on Facebook, and I see this big head boy there sitting down talking about diabetes. I said, wait, no, that look like Gerard. Yes. So tell me a little bit about that. What was who's doing these videos? Because I see your partner there in it too. What's your name?
Which part?
Huh?
Which partner is that? Which partner is that?
The one down by Grove.
Oh?
By Grove, the young lady.
Uh-huh. Oh, you saw her on too?
Yeah, you ain't know. She's sneaking on you. Mm-hmm.
No, but I just saw mine. I didn't see yours.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Confession time. You'll see it. Confession time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like a lot of nar.
All right.
That's just...
that ain't nar. Sometimes you don't see more than me, okay? And thanks again for saving my life, all right? Literally.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I'll do it again anytime.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. But yeah.
That's just the what you call it, Diabetes Center for Excellence. They had asked me and the young lady to give a testimony on living with the diabetes. Yes, and how it started, how the impact on our lives and stuff like that. So I sat with the guy that recorded it, and apparently he took bits and pieces of the full testimony and put it in different areas of the commercials.
Well, good thing, because when you hear diabetes, it's good to be able to put faces that people know in these places on the discussion, because people hear about diabetes and they have a tendency sometimes to ignore things because that'll happen to other people. And yeah, mommy and granny had it, but I feel good, man.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is, I was the first one in the family to get diagnosed with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, at the age of 28. And so I, being ignorant, young and dumb and big and strong, I just, like I said, I just say, well, okay, take my medication, everything is all right. I go along living my life, doing all the wrong still, because I ain't feeling no effects of it. And, this is what happened when it actually begin to take a toll. It's like after, when you start to feel the effects of it, then it's basically just about too late, because it begins with a lot of different stuff, like the nerve pain throughout the body, which was some people would call like fibromyalgia, and it starts with that. Sometimes it can take your kidneys. It can start by amputation. Some people have to amputate the foot, the knee. Sometimes have to amputate above the knee, So it takes a toll on the human body, depending.
Yeah.
You know, you can lose your kidneys. I mean, a slew of illnesses it can bring on. You know, even like I was saying, lose your sight.
Yeah.
But you know, once you, as the lady said, know your ABCs, you can live with it. Once you early detection, how they say, save lives.
Yep.
Yeah, if you detect it early enough, and you know, by the time I got detected with it, it was done badly half, according to what the doctor said. But I was feeling fine, so I just would say, figure, just keep taking my the medication they gave me, and I'll be good. You know, but I guess that wasn't the case.
Well, you know, I am glad to have this conversation with you and have you saying what you're saying, because a lot of our mandem, okay? A lot of our mandem don't understand how to take care of themselves. And thank God for the woman them that'll grab them by the ear or wherever and otherwise escort them down to the torture center, the doctor, because the man they're acting like you this torture they gonna get.
Well, you know, I had a conversation with a young man, and he said, "Oh, no, doctor ain't doing me that." So I said, "Okay, here's what I want you to do." I said, when you're heading down Frederickston, stop by the Kings Hill Cemetery and take a look in there. I said, and ask yourself, how much man in there said the same thing you just told me that ended up in there? I said, because I'm going to tell you this. I said, as grim and as gory as it may sound, you don't want to take the test? They have room in there for you too. He was like, what? I said, yes. If you don't take care of yourself, you don't do the test, the end result is getting a plot of land inside that place there. I said, I know enough people that end up in there because they refuse to do the test. And they refuse to take the necessary steps that it may take to save their lives.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it enough. I had a lot of other guys that I knew that ended up in there because of the same ignorance, and they could have been alive today had they taken the necessary steps.
Well, you know, and that's dealing from the prostate side of it, you know, and we're talking about diabetes now, and
Yes.
and it's just the general mandem behavior, you know, that somehow or the other they are bigger than these things. And like you, I've known people and close friends even who got taken out by illnesses that should not have come to that, you know.
Yeah.
So we gotta keep, as they say, in a non-violent sense, ponging it into the head.
Yeah, because you know, I like you say, the man them think about that. You know, I had a young man with diabetes, big and strong, and I wasn't feeling the effects of it at all. I mean, I was living with it, literally living with this thing, and did not know I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know. But when I got diagnosed, the doctor was like stammering and things going. When he checked my sugar and he see how high it was, he's like, "Are you okay?" Blah, blah, blah. And acting like a damn fool if you ask me, you know, before he tell me like, you know, what's going on. And when he checked my blood, and he was like, you know, like he couldn't even talk. So I was like, he should have told me. It's when I went to another doctor, I to get a second opinion. is when it was actually explained to me what was going on. But the first doctor was like, he acted like a blasted fool, if you ask me. And I was like, you know, he didn't just explain to me what's up, you know? So the other doctor took the time to give me a consult, pull out his medical journal and sat with me and he explained to me what's what, you know, whatever it is. The first doctor gave me 6 months to live.
They call it bedside manner. And the fact of the matter is, some people know how to talk to you, and some people might have the skills, but they don't know how to talk to you.
So, well, I wasn't in a bed. I was in his office. I went for a checkup. You know?
No, I'm not. That's just a term for how doctors behave. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I went to the other doctor, he was like, "Well, you have diabetes, and this is what it does." And pull up and he read everything in the journal and stuff, and he asked me different questions, and you know, we had a good consult. And then he said he's gonna send me to do my blood work. So I said, I'm gonna save you the thing because I have my blood work right here. So I gave it to him. So he looked at it, he's like, you have diabetes, you have this, blah blah blah. He said, once you get this under control, everything will fall back into place. I said, yeah? He said, yeah. He said, this is not a death sentence. I said, you sure? He said, positive. Once this is controlled, all these numbers and so will fall back into place. And I said, but I went to a doctor, he gave me 6 months to live. He said, who the hell do you think he is, God? You don't have an expiration date. He said, you don't have an expiration date on the bottom of your foot. I was like, okay. So he said, did he give you any medication? I said, yes, I'm not sure. He took it, threw it in the trash. He said, if you continue taking this, you will be dead in 6 months.
What is this?
Okay, this is true life story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he wrote a prescription, gave it to me, and I started taking the stuff. And, you know, over matter a couple of weeks and things, everything fell into place. You know? But then as the disease progressed, I needed to change medication or whatever. At the time, the doctor was no longer here. I went to another doctor, and he just kept me on these pills and stuff. And I'm going to tell you, these pills, they give you to control your sugar. It may work when you're not too far gone. But when you was as far gone as I was, being that I was living with the disease for a long time and was not diagnosed, it doesn't really work that well. When I met, and the thing is, the doctor that I was seeing, the last doctor I was seeing before, I got to see the specialist. He didn't even have the courtesy to tell me I needed to go see a specialist. He wanted all my insurance money himself. So it's afterwards I was like, when I applied for Social Security and stuff like that, and then they extended me to see their specialist, that was when I knew about a specialist for diabetes, which is called an endocrinologist. Okay? Which is I never knew. Like I said, learning experiences. So now, that's a person that studies and does the endo system in the body, which is that's for thyroids and your pancreas, gland, all that kind of stuff. So they study that system of the body. So when you have diabetes, that is the doctor that you need to see. Okay? And since seeing this doctor, I have brought my diabetes under a lot better control. Okay?
Yeah.
But some people just see regular doctors and they don't see an endocrinologist. But the regular doctor don't really know how to treat a person with diabetes.
Yeah.
Because a person with diabetes needs to do regular blood work.
Yeah.
Every 3 months. You need to check the A1C. They need to check the kidney function. You need to check your keystones. You need to check all these things. You need to check every 3 months, like clockwork. If you're not doing that, you're not doing proper diabetes management. Okay? And you're going to run into problems.
Yeah, well, you
Understand what I'm
know,
saying?
the thing, the important thing is, like I said, is when you sit down with all the people that you know and talk with them, whether by way of the power of the internet reaching people, this program, or on a TV interview or something, it's important that people see faces that they know and understand the struggle, because sometimes otherwise, like you said, it's like that is about them there. That don't involve me. You know? That's how the mindset is sometimes. Anyhow, let me take a pause here for the cause. All right, so hold on a moment.
Do you or someone you know have combined hearing and vision loss? ICANN Connect is a national program that provides free training and communication equipment, including smartphones and computers, to individuals with significant combined hearing and vision loss who meet income guidelines. Call 340-692-4267. That's 340-692-4267 to learn more about the program's guidelines, refer someone you know, or to apply for the program.
All right, we're back.
Okay. Did I hear my ad running in the background? That's what I heard.
If you heard what now?
The ICANN Connect program?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's that's the ICANN Connect program. You know, it's a program that is you can get a free iPhone, iPad, or whatever computer device once you are deemed eligible. To be eligible, you have to have considerable hearing and vision loss. You gotta go see the audiologist and of course the eye doctor and whatever. And once you become eligible for the program, you get these devices for free. For free. You know, and that's administered by BIUSED, St. Croix, and St. Thomas. Okay. Also in stock we have mobility equipment. You have walkers, canes, and wheelchairs for short-term loans. So you can call 340-692-4267 to find out more about the mobility program.
Yeah, and these things are important because you know, a wheelchair is not a cheap piece of equipment. And if you, let's say, get injured on a job or something, and you have to be in a wheelchair as part of your recuperation, to go and get a wheelchair for that one purpose that maybe in 3 to 6 months you don't need it anymore, it's a significant investment for something that is, relatively speaking, short term. But either which way, the what you all do is very important, because it means then that you know, people don't have to necessarily incur that cost or find themselves in a situation where there's something that they need and it's not on island otherwise, and they didn't know that VIU said has it. You know, so I'm glad every time we play that ad and you talk about these things that we get the word out. It's part of taking care of our own. You know?
Well, somebody has to do it because Lord knows the government ain't doing it.
Well, you know, but ain't everything government is supposed to do. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Not everything, but what they should do.
Right. Right. They can get better at the things that they are supposed to be in the business of. But there's so much that's going on in our community that's people sitting back waiting for the government to do something. And I'm saying, like, at some point in time, community and neighborhood pride and these type of things need to kick in.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, well, listen, bro. And when I say that, right, I mean like stuff like Human Services will have a program called Work Able, right? That used to get persons with disabilities that finish school and things to get in and get on the workforce and get a little job someplace. All that stuff, you know, when those people that run the program retired, they retired the program, okay, and repurpose their salary to someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of continuing the program, they just shut it down.
Yeah.
You know, these are the things I'm talking about. Things that because persons with disabilities, let's face it, they ain't going nowhere.
Right.
They born. Some people born with disability. Some people acquire disability later in life. You know, so they're not going anywhere. We're gonna forever have these people living among us.
Well,
and the bad thing about it is when you live in a society that treats them as a community that's forgotten or don't care about.
right.
That is my biggest issue with the government.
Well, you talk about not going anywhere. I got some place for you to go. The handbells concert coming up in the beginning of December, the first Sunday in December.
Okay.
That's right, folks, and that's at the Moravian Church here in Christiansted, folks. I know many of you may not know about the handbell choir that we have here on St. Croix, but I won't tell you, it's well attended for the little bit of people that know about it. I call it a little bit, the word will get out. And it's a great experience. It's a great experience. So that's coming up. Just wanted to throw that out there. In fact, you know, you meet people in different capacity. You meet someone, they're a doctor, they're a lawyer, they're a policeman, they're you know, and any category of jobs you can think of, all right? And then you go someplace else and you see that person is a musician or a music conductor or an artist or whatever. And we have so many people here that do various services on all kinds of different levels, and we know them only in that context. And I say that, and folks, when you come to the handbell concert, you're going to see all kind of people that you know. You're going to say, wait, didn't I know? Yes, the cashier window down at this office, that's you? Yes, it's the same person. It's the same person. So when you come to handbell, it's almost like a kind of a reunion that they didn't know they were coming to because they see these faces. But folks, ordinary people can be extraordinary in many ways. So keep an open mind, because what you call ordinary may be the face of someone that does something extraordinary. All right? As the old saying said, never judge a book by the cover. Mm-hmm. Yep. So anyhow, mark your calendar, sir. Okay? Handbells on that Sunday. All right? And if we have to, we bring you up from Orly. We could start walking from now to see if we could get very trying to run. What do you think?
On a Sunday? Forget it.
Oh Lordy me. Anyhow, any good how, okay? Any young how, yes, we're gonna make something happen. That's the important thing. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Sundays are out. They don't never work on Sundays, certain holidays. I mean, and it's not the driver's fault.
no, it's the system.
It's the management fault
It's
because
it's
they
the
need
system.
to hire people. They
Well,
need to hire people.
not just the people thing. The concept of service needs to change, Gerard. The concept of service needs to change. Their concept of service is that Saturday and Sunday are expendable days in people's lives. People don't have a life on Saturday and Sunday. But we know different, and this is a new way of thinking. This is not the way it was before, as you indicated, who took it over and what they did with it. All right?
Right, because
And-
I know some people that used to work and they used to fix road bus to get to work. Okay, but they can't work on the weekends because that's the only mode of transportation. You know, which is a shame.
It's a shame, but it's real.
You know, and then when you talk about it, they go back and they say, "Oh, Gerard wanted I to work 7 days a week." No, I don't want them to work 7 days a week. I want them to hire enough people that the bus service can run 7 days a week.
Well, you know, like you say that, right? The dialysis system of care that we have here, one of the challenges that they always have to deal with is that dialysis is something that maybe just in sheer numbers you need to have an all-week service. Well, the key to that is to have enough people that work dialysis so that you could have the folks who work weekends or whatever, sufficient people that you can have a schedule that the service can be there. The one thing that I've been pounding for the longest while with regards to dialysis is that we have sun, sand, and sea, and if we had capacity here, it could actually be a boon to tourism for folks who want to come and experience the Caribbean. But the
they
one
have,
thing holding them back is that they need to be someplace where they can have this service done. Okay?
Yeah,
And-
but you see what happened is the government and the exclusivity laws. Okay? They have this thing where they have exclusivity law where only certain people can do this and that and blah, blah, blah. Which is, I think, is a height of ignorance. Okay, so when it comes to people's health, it's playing with people's health.
Right. No, but even let's take it to the level for discussion purposes that they're providing the service locally. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's take and let's presume for our purposes of discussion that is being done well and all this other good stuff, right? When somebody comes to the Virgin Islands and rents a hotel room for a week or two, okay, or rents an Airbnb for a week or two, and they go to the restaurants, and they go to the stores, and they go to the beach, and they rent a car, or they use taxi service or whatever. The idea and the stereotype in a lot of these people's mind is that these people are fully mobile. In their mind, persons with a disability don't travel. Okay? We know that's a joke. Okay? In their mind, someone who has the need for dialysis don't travel. That's a joke. And I tell all the time, my grandmother, God rest her soul, used to go up to Washington, D.C. and to Massachusetts. And all it was about picking up the phone, making a call, connecting with the center, making a reservation, just like you make a reservation for a hotel or any place else, okay? And you give them your insurance information and so forth and so on, and you get on a plane and you go and you show up and you go to your appointments. They give you your appointment dates and times and everything, and you show up for your appointment and you get your service. The same thing can work here in the Virgin Islands. And I am saying, if you get 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 more travelers here who chose this place because they could get their dialysis done here also while they enjoy the sun, sea, sand, food, and everything else, I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. That's economic activity that's going to benefit these Virgin Islands.
Yeah, but do you know there's Virgin Islanders that would like to at least come home to visit, but can't?
Well, this is what what is Virgin Islander or tourists? I'm just saying that this is low-hanging fruit that we need to address. You see, when you watch Juve and people jumping up and having a good time, what they have in that little container might be water, it might be sugarless tea or whatever. It don't have to be rum or alcohol. That person jumping up could be somebody who, after 2 days after that, they're going to dialysis. In other words, we have to stop this stereotyping that people do. And I say it, for instance, right? We have to broaden our mind and our way of thinking, and not only do so when somebody stands to gain personally. The whole community can gain. This is a no-brainer type of thing that we need to do. Anyhow, it's 5 minutes before the hour, so it's getting close to that time. I got to make sure that the marshals don't have to come and
yeah, the marshal coming in.
Okay, so anyhow, let me I have this song I want to play. I ain't played for a while, but it brings back memories of somebody that's dear to my heart and definitely remembered in the community. All right, so hold on, I'm coming back to you.
I'm always meeting people who wants me to recommend a holiday resort for them when they have vacation to spend. I always tell them truly, if you want to have fun and joy, visit the Virgin Islands, the queen of them all, St. Croix. Hey, St. Croix is a lovely island, yes, St. Croix, ideal for vacation. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist, boy. come to sing cry, oh Lordy. Come to sing cry, oh boy. Come to sing cry while you're talking. For snorkeling and sailing, it is my belief you will be enchanted by the lovely Buck Island Reef. Then back to your hotel, so comfortable and clean. You never want to go back home, you want to stay here in the Caribbean. St. Croix for duty-free liquor. Yes, St. Croix, perfume and jewelry is cheaper. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist. What you say? Come to St. Croix, oh Lord. Come to St. Croix, aha. Come to St. Croix while you're talking. Like it. Dimitri Coleman, yeah. Calypso and steampunk will tell you it's carnival. Beauty queens parading, I say you can't miss this festival. It starts around Christmas until January the 8th. So make your reservations now before it gets too late. St. Croix, if you like sea bathing. St. Croix, spear fishing and some riding. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist. While you're talking, come to St. Croix, oh boy. Come to St. Croix. Bring your mother, bring down your father and your brother. Don't forget your sister. Come to St. Croix, oh Lord.
Yeah, Jared, it's that time. It's that time, all right? Time to make sure that you remember to do your random act of kindness. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And definitely, Creator willing, we'll be back here next Thursday. Yes, because love's in need of love every day of the week.
Don't forget, do a random act.
Okay. All right. Well, you get the last word today. Okay. So, folks, all right. WSTX AM 970, your community-minded station. And until next time,
AM 970
check you out
WSTX.
here.
You ask how long I've been a smoker. Let's see, 20 years maybe? I started right after high school. I don't even remember why. My wife didn't like it. I told her I'd quit, and I did for a couple of weeks here and there, but I just didn't think it was a big thing. The turning point came when my daughter was in the 2nd grade. After a few trips back and forth to the emergency room, I found out it was the secondhand smoke in the house making the asthma worse. That's when I decided it was time to get serious about quitting, so I got some help. I talked to my doctor and he gave me something to help with the nasty cravings. It helped me do what I could never do on my own: quit smoking for good.